Hello everyone, welcome to another card video. My name is Koren Wiskman and I'm here to show you some products from Tonic Studios. Okay, so I honestly have no idea what this set is called. I'm probably going to be told closer to the time that it's needed, but for now, I don't know. I may have already been given the information, but it's gone. So it'll be linked in the description box. Monsters! It's the Monsters stamp bundle, new from Tonic Studios. This is a mini slimline background die that cuts out all of these circles. This is it compared to a regular slimline card size and a regular A2 size card. These are stars that don't cut out actual stars. They cut stars into your card project. So I thought that was really neat, but I didn't end up using those today. I do, however, have a design in mind. We're going to execute it and see how it turns out. Spoiler alert, I love it! So I used that mini slimline to cut out some circles into my background, but I'm not making a mini slimline card. I'm making an A2 size card, and this is what it looks like so far, okay? Don't worry about the bottom. We're going to cover that up. We don't need any more circles. We're using this. This is the MFT outside the box cloud. It doesn't matter. I just needed a cloud die. We're going to make it like smoky, like their concoction that they're kind of in their environment is smoky. Yeah. So these circles are kind of helping me develop that bubbly, smoky vibe that I'm trying to go for. The circles are Hefty Doodle skinny circle frames. They're like my go-to circles. And voila, I have created a smoky sentiment strip that I will be putting or stamping "You're my favorite weirdo." I want a green ink or embossing powder to use as my sentiment that is matching or coordinating with this green. So I need some swatches, I think. Ink swatches are about the only thing that I actually swatch and use regularly in my craft room. Ink swatches are unbelievably helpful. So I've chosen Distress Oxide in Twisted Citron to coordinate with. That is Spellbinder's Peridot cardstock. So they coordinate well enough together. That's what I went with. The whole sentiment is going to read, "Hi, you're my favorite weirdo." So the little circle, I've prepped it with my EK Success powder tool. I'm stamping with Nuvo Clear Mark embossing ink, and we're going to use just white, detail white embossing powder to heat emboss this "hi" right in the center of one of my little bubbles here. Yeah. And, oh, look, it's so fun to watch. I love it. I'm using Ranger Archival Jet Black ink, and I'm stamping on Strathmore Bristol Smooth White cardstock. It's kind of white. The two whites match well enough, so I'm using Neenah 110-pound cardstock for the card front, for the card front, and for the bubbles, like the sentiment strip. So this cardstock is what I'm coloring on. And they are two different whites, but they're close enough. I don't really look that closely, so it doesn't bother me. I also like coloring on Neenah 110-pound cardstock, so this is just what I chose. That's just what I'm using today. So this is Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock. It has a vellum coating. I am not using any type of colored pencil mediums besides the colored pencils themselves. And I do have a Derwent like blender pencil. It's just basically like this blender material that helps blend out the colored pencil. I'm not really sure what type of material it's made out of, but it works well when blending white. Basically, I use the black or the gray colored pencils on my parts of the images that I want to be white, and then that kind of blender pencil material, I don't know what it is, helps me blend it out. I don't really use Gamsol or any type of oil of any kind because I really do like the look of what what a colored pencil on paper, on the tooth of the paper looks like, those lines, or what crayons look like. I don't know. I like that playfulness of it, so I tend to keep it around and not try to blend it away. But I am super impressed with people that do blend them and make it look really artistic and beautiful. I just don't tend to take it that far. Another tool that you'll see me using in this incredibly sped up video footage is an electric eraser. I learned this from Jennifer McGuire. She started using one, and I just never had one for any reason, so I bought it. And I love it. It's so handy to have around, and it's actually really useful for getting rid of smudges. It acts similar to the Tombow sand eraser. Look into it if that kind of interests you. What you can't see that I do have close by is a pencil sharpener. I have a manual pencil sharpener on my wall. I also have a little bowl with a manual pencil sharpener, a small manual pencil sharpener to keep my pencils sharp, and sandpaper, because you can use sandpaper to really make sharp points on your pencil if that's what you're looking for. Sometimes a dull point on your pencil because you want to cover more area, a dull point might be what you're looking for. But, those are some things that I'm using to make this happen. Colored pencils are fun to use because you can get a lot of color variation from just one colored pencil, just using layers of that same color to get a gradient of color. But I am today using probably 3 shades of green and 3 shades of orange and 3 shades per color just to get a good color variation. And I just color until I don't want to color anymore, really. Okay, now that they're all colored up, I got some pencil schmutz on my card. Okay, so now that they're all colored, I'm going to cut them out with the coordinating dies and then put the card together. So now I have all of the pieces of my card. Now I need to put them together. I just play with it for a little while and see what kind of dimension I really want to get from it. I love dimension, so I tend to use at least 3 layers of foam tape. I also use liquid adhesive. But I love dimension, so I don't mind paying extra for postage or padding the envelope a little bit to protect the card. That's just me. I love the way that it looks. Once I get this entire panel adhered to this card base, I will be done with this card. So I always say that. I always love how the card turned out because I love card making. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how it turns out. It's a wonderful card that's meant to make somebody happy. Meant to tell someone that you're my favorite weirdo. It always works out. Thank you so much for making a card with me today. I can't believe you've made it to the very end. Drop me a comment in the comments. Let me know what's up. Say hi. There's going to be more information in the description box about the products and Tonic Studios. Find me, find Tonic Studios on social media. And until next time. My favorite part of the card is the little bottle of toxic stuff at the bottom, creating the whole environment. I hope you guys had fun.